Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield Sheehan. On behalf of Milton Academy Live, I am here live at Dennis Field on the campus of where else but Milton Academy in Milton, Massachusetts. Today's game is girls soccer, and the contestants for today are the visiting Knights of St. Paul's School and the hosting Mustangs of Milton Academy. The Mustangs on a hot streak, a bit of a mini hot streak so far. After starting off the season 0-3, they have followed that up with back-to-back wins. A 4-2 win over Groton a week ago last Wednesday, and a 2-0 win over Phillips Exeter Academy on Sunday. So we're a little less than 15 minutes away from getting this contest started. So first, let's take a look at the St. Paul's Big Red. Actually, I mistook the mascot name there for a second. But the St. Paul's Big Red, they come into this one with, if I'm not mistaken, a 4-3-1 record. So strong winning record, not dominant, but they've still done very well. Their season has played out starting off with a 1-0 win over Groton on the road. Then they had a 4-0 win at home against Tilton. They lost to Worcester Academy 5-0 at home, defeated Proctor Academy 1-0 at home, then tied Lawrence Academy at 1 apiece in a home match. They got blanked by Northfield Mount Herman on the road 2-0, then got blanked again in a loss to Kimball Union Academy 1-0. And then most recently, they won a home game against Deerfield Academy 2-1. That was last Saturday. So that is where the St. Paul's Big Red stands. Like I said, the Milton Academy girls team opened with 3 consecutive losses to start the year, but have bounced back nicely with back-to-back wins last Wednesday and last Saturday. So as we wait for this game to get started, let's take a look at the rosters for these two teams. We're still about 12 minutes out from the start of this game, so we got plenty of time. Let's take a look first at the Big Red of St. Paul's. Starting off with the co-captains, we have a senior from Kingston, New Hampshire, number 21, Christina Allard. A senior from Medford, Massachusetts, number 10, Emma Burke. A senior from Concord, New Hampshire, number 9, Isabella Wong. Those are your 3 co-captains for St. Paul's. Now let's go through the rest of the roster. In alphabetical order, as it's presented on their website, first off we have a junior from Bradford, Vermont, number 8, Avery Barton. We have a freshman from Henniker, New Hampshire, number 30, Brianna Blake. We have another freshman from Concord, New Hampshire, number 12, Meg Bohan. A junior from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 11, Caroline Briggs. A sophomore from Hammonds Plains, Canada, number 16, Georgia Bussey. A freshman from Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, number 18, Camila Capdevila. A junior from Hooksett, New Hampshire, number 4, Tegan Casey. A sophomore from Concord, New Hampshire, number 22, Hadley Sepiel. A senior from Shelter Island Heights, New York, number 13, Margot Champignuel. I'm probably flubbing that last name pronunciation. If there's anyone in the live chat who wants to correct me, please do so. Next, we have a junior from our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., number 1, Olivia Connolly. We have a sophomore from Weston, Massachusetts, number 14, Catherine Hillary. A junior from Wenham, Massachusetts, number 15, Lily Eiler. A junior from Natick, Massachusetts, number 0, Haley Kelleher. A sophomore from Kanagawa Prefecture, Japan, number 17, Mayu Ogawa. A junior from Hinsdale, Illinois, number 7, Phoebe Oppler. A senior from Ware, New Hampshire, number 19, Alex Pike. A sophomore from Wayland, Massachusetts, number 5, Catherine Scott. A sophomore from Orford, New Hampshire, number 3, Eliza Say. And a freshman from Concord, New Hampshire, number 6, Alexandra Wong. The Big Red of St. Paul's are coached by Derek Johnson and Abby Edwards. So that is the roster for the visitors today. Now let's take a look at the roster for the hosting Milton Academy Mustangs. Going in numerical order, first we have a freshman from Milton, Massachusetts, number 1, Alyssa Ruiz. A junior from Norwell, Massachusetts, number 2, Zola Olcaro. A sophomore from Norwell, Massachusetts, number 4, Michelle Rubez. A sophomore from Hingham, Massachusetts, number 6, Abby Dunn. A sophomore from Boston, Massachusetts, number 8, Jordan Stukin. A sophomore from West Tisbury, Massachusetts, number 9, Claire Monet. A junior from Pembroke, Massachusetts, number 10, Kat Buckley. A senior from Dover, Massachusetts, number 11, Carly Bell. A junior from Milton, Massachusetts, number 13, Audrey Howley. A junior from New Rochelle, New York, number 15, Amanda Alegria. A senior from Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts, number 16, Haley Englert. A senior from Milton, Massachusetts, number 17, Sarah George. A junior from Hingham, Massachusetts, number 19, Ella Walsmith. A senior from Milton, Massachusetts, number 20, Jane Feeney. A sophomore from Milton, Massachusetts, number 21, Sophie Pethrick. A senior from Hingham, Massachusetts, number 22, Anna Cressman. A junior from Milton, Massachusetts, number 23, Emma Pethrick. Another junior from Milton, Massachusetts, number 24, Annie Renz. A junior from Norton, Massachusetts, number 25, Bryn Leahy. A senior from Roslindale, Massachusetts, number 26, Ava McNeil. A junior from Hamilton, New York, number 28, Abby Holcomb. And then the goalkeepers for Milton Academy with 2 alternate jersey numbers. First, a junior from Maynard, Massachusetts, wearing either number 0 or number 29, Claire Candela. And then a junior from Milton, Massachusetts, wearing either number 99 or number 30, Adriana Ruiz. The Milton Academy girls soccer team is coached by Peter Kahn, James La Rochelle, and Rachel Abernethy. So there is your roster for the hosting Milton Academy Mustangs. We're a little over 6 minutes out here at Dennis Field. Once again, on behalf of Milton Academy Live, I am Jesse Mayfield Chan, happy to bring you live coverage of this Independent School League girls soccer contest between the St. Paul's School Big Red and the Milton Academy Mustangs. Last time we covered a game here at Dennis Field, the internet connection was a bit in and out. So far, so good, but if we run into some problems once again, if it gets worse than it was last time it was slowed a little bit, but ultimately got through okay. But if it ends up getting egregiously bad, I am recording this, and I will be able to post a recording after the fact. So no matter what, there will be a quality video of this game. Meantime, we're about 5 minutes out from getting this one underway. And this one should be a pretty good one. St. Paul's fighting to maintain a winning record. They're coming off a nice bounce-back win that moved them above 500. Excuse me. Meanwhile, Milton Academy trying to reach the 500 mark for the first time since back when they were 0-0. They started with 3 consecutive losses. Can they now make this 3 consecutive wins to answer? Should be interesting to see. Offensively, Milton Academy will probably continue to look to Annie Renz to be a big presence on offense. She had a monster of a game last Wednesday against Groton, scoring 3 goals en route to a 4-2 victory. And although she didn't register any scores on her stat sheet in Saturday's win over Phillips Exeter, she did draw the penalty that allowed Zola Alcaro to score the first goal of the game on a PK. And she was part of a nice string of passes where the team brought it coast to coast and ultimately scored on a rebound by Sarah George. So look for Annie Renz to be looked to again for the offense. And I mentioned Zola Alcaro. She also played a very big role last Saturday. Like I said, she scored the first goal on a PK and was also a part of that nice string of passes for the second goal. And it was interesting because she didn't play in the team's first win against Groton, but ended up being a critical part of the team's transition game and ultimately the score sheet in Saturday's contest. So we'll see what she's able to do here. On the defensive side, I would say expect Claire Monet and Bryn Leahy to again play some critical roles as the center backs, but also don't undermine the impact of the wing backs like Ava McNeil and Haley Englert and Michelle Rubez and Anna Cressman. And of course, in terms of the transition game, some critical middies like Rubez, I mentioned before, Alyssa Ruiz, Jane Feeney, and Sarah George should be big in terms of moving the ball forward. Particularly Jane Feeney. She is the kind of player that's just constantly hungry for the ball. She is everywhere. She gets credited with the assist for that second goal, as it was her deflected shot that produced the rebound for Sarah George to score goal number 2 against Exeter on Saturday. And Feeney also provided a nice assist on one of Renz's 3 goals. Less than a minute to go here for the start of this ball game. I am Jesse Mayfield Chan. If you enjoy this broadcast, be sure to like the video. I encourage you to subscribe to the channel, to Milton Academy Live, so you can stay up to date on all of our upcoming broadcasts for all your favorite teams here at Milton Academy. I also encourage you to engage in the live chat. You know, let me know what you're feeling as fans watching the game. Let me know if I'm saying anyone's name wrong or if I'm getting anything factually incorrect. I want to be corrected. I'm not proud. I just like to be accurate. And as the last seconds of the pregame clock tick away, we're almost ready to get started. St. Paul's Big Red taking the field first. You can see them coming out in white jerseys with red jersey numbers. They will be starting from my right here in the first half of this contest. Meanwhile, Milton Academy finishing up their huddle on the bench. They always tend to come out a little bit after their opponents, and they always do this, their mini suicides entrance, as I call it. Fun little bit to start things off and get the blood pumping. So we see the two teams lining up now, getting ready to get this one started. It looks like Milton Academy will start with the ball, and it looks like number 24, Annie Renz, will be starting with the ball at midfield. Likely be sending a pass back to one of the middies, like Carly Bell, who is someone I forgot to mention in the pregame. She does a lot in the transition game. And here we go. The pass goes back to Bell, and we're underway. Bell taps it further back to Cressman along the wing. Back to the middle to Bell, tapped to Feeney. She keeps control of it. A pass to the middle is dangerous, deflected. Bell tried to take it back, but instead it's taken away by St. Paul's. Dribbling with it is number 8, Avery Barton. Sends a pass ahead, was trying to lead number 21, the co-captain, Christina Allard, but didn't have the lane there, and so it's scooped up by the goalie, who is number 0, I believe that is Claire Candela. Kick into space is taken away by St. Paul's. They start to work things along the far side, but deflected out. Good pressure from number 16, Haley Englert. Quick throw-in, bounces overhead. Annie Renz trying to bring that speed early, and she's starting to dribble. She's got a bit of a lane here. Dribble, shoots, just wide. Already you can see how Milton Academy likes to use Annie Renz in their offense. She has got blistering speed. So if you send a leading pass, she can get to the ball before the defender without committing an offsides penalty. That's a valuable asset to have in soccer as a forward. Now the St. Paul's keeper kicks it, deflected, and tracked down by Zola Alcaro. Passed over to Ava McNeil on the far side. Ball is poked away and lost out of bounds. The defensive effort coming from St. Paul's number 13, Margot Champignul. Milton Academy loses it out of bounds, and now we got a throw in down the line, kicked into the air by Claire Monet. Englert tried to keep it in bounds, but nothing doing. Throw in goes to number 8, Barton. Passed back, but Alcaro applying pressure, forces it out of bounds against number 13, Champagnol. Throw in, passed, they send it back out of traffic, and it's poked away. Nice effort by, I believe, Sarah George and Zola Alcaro. Now a leading pass for Renz again, but the goalie swoops in just in time to take that one away. Good effort there by the keeper, number 1, Olivia Connolly. Connolly boots it into the air towards midfield. Cross midfield. Bouncing ball is chased down by Bryn Leahy, and she kicks it back to Candela. Candela boots it high in the air. Finds Feeney, nicely placed. Feeney dribbling. Swings one over to Monet. Monet sends it down the line to Englert. Englert kicks it towards the middle, deflected away, and almost taken by St. Paul's, but instead the deflection favors Jane Feeney. But she led herself a little too far there, and it's taken away by St. Paul's number 12. Pass ahead, looking for Allard. Allard trying to cut back in. Centering pass is booted away by Monet. And out of bounds. Number 12, Meg Bohan, throws it in to Barton, but deflected away. And now they're trying to lead Renz once again. Renz trying to swoop in, but booted away by Connolly. Long kick is downed by Leahy, tapped over to Feeney. Feeney, a long kick across midfield, is deflected and taken away. Booted into the air by Bohan. Off the head of Feeney. Deflected and then booted high in the air by Cressman. Downed. And still scrumming for it, and we got a whistle. I think they called a handball on Sarah George. And so now Avery Barton will be taking the... No, she won't be taking the free kick. This will be taken by number 4, Tegan Casey. Casey boots it towards the box. Bouncing ball. Chance for a second, but it's scooped up easily by Candela. Number 16, Georgia Bussey, was trying to race after that one, but nothing there. Now Claire Monet passes to McNeil and then back to Monet, who swings it over to Leahy. Leahy passes for Cressman, who sends it down the line for Feeney. Feeney's kick deflected out of bounds and almost hits a fan. That was dangerous for a sec, but everybody's okay. The throw-in deflected, and I think they're going to say it bounced off of George's arm. So a couple of unlucky deflections early for Sarah George, again one of the goal scorers from Saturday, as now Tegan Casey will take the free kick again for the Big Red. Into the air it goes. Scrum for it. It's kicked away by Leahy, goes ahead to George, who tries to tap it back, but intercepted by Barton. Barton dribbling, Leahy cuts it off. Ball into open space, chase after, and Feeney gets taken down by number 9, Isabella Wong, and that draws the penalty. Claire Monet lining up for the free kick for the Mustangs. And she goes for a slow rolling kick ahead to Cressman, who then passes it back to Leahy. Milton Academy taking their time on this one as it's swung over to Englert. Englert, leading pass for McNeil. McNeil dribbling, coming in off the edge, dangerous chance, and her kick goes wide. Not sure if she was trying for a centering pass or a shot. Either way, missed by a long margin and didn't even miss for a goal kick, missed out of bounds. So they throw it in to Allard. Christina Allard dribbling with it. Trying to get around Cressman. Nice move by Allard to gain the edge. Centering pass. Finds her target. But taking it away is Ava McNeil, who boots it away. Deflected back. And then Bell deflects it to Alcaro. Alcaro dribbles and passes it back to Englert. Englert sends it ahead to Renz. Renz sending it down the line, trying to lead Alcaro, but nothing there. Now St. Paul's trying to make things move. Monet kicks it in the opposite direction and finds Englert. Now sent ahead to McNeil. Now trying to lead Renz again. Renz on a race and ultimately kicked out of bounds. Good effort by number 14, Catherine Hillary. Throw in to McNeil. McNeil sends it back to Monet. Monet sends it over to Cressman. Cressman tries to send it through, finds Renz, who tries to tap it over for George, a little too far. Now George having to scrum for it, but ultimately taken away, but right back to Cressman, whose pass is picked off, but passed right back to Cressman. Cressman gets flattened by number 16, no call. And now St. Paul's working their way down the far side. They lose it out of bounds, however, and so that gets taken back. Throw in, goes over some heads, and now booted off ahead. Down for a second by Renz, and she manages to get control back. Her pass deflected but goes to Feeney. Feeney dribbling, trying to pass it through, deflected and booted away. Good effort by the St. Paul's defense. It goes back to Cressman, who pops it to Leahy. Leahy retreats and then passes over to Cressman. Cressman, centering kick to George. Now over to Bell. Pass off the mark, intercepted. And now Allard had it for a second, but Leahy takes it away. Leahy dribbling, poked away. Cressman swoops in and kicks it over to the other end to Englert. Englert taps it back to Monet. Monet ahead to McNeil. McNeil passes for George. George trying to lead for Renz. Renz trying to find the edge. Centering pass, nobody there, booted away. Isabella Wong booted that one out of bounds. And the thankless effort of trying to get into a race with Annie Renz went to Tegan Casey on that play. As now Milton Academy gets ready for the throw-in. Cressman throws it in, deflected, off ahead. Still battling for it. Bussey sends it into the air. Allard's trying to track it down, but Cressman gets her foot on it first. Now a scrum along the sideline. Pass back and into space. Still trying to make things work, but Cressman and George sandwich that player and kick it away. Goes towards the net, but kicked almost cleared. St. Paul's still trying to get it out. Pass finally goes ahead and finds Barton. Barton fakes out Cressman. Sends a pass leading for Christina Allard. Allard trying to gain the edge on Leahy. She does. Leahy slipped and fell. Dangerous chance. Centering kick. Finds her teammate. Save by Candela. That was a big kick from number 6, Alexandra Wong. But well read by Claire Candela, who now throws it in down the line for Englert. Englert kicks towards the middle. Finds Renz. Renz dribbling. Still dribbling, taps one over for George. George collects it, turns around, passes to McNeil. McNeil handling the ball. Now boots it high into the air, and it one-hops into the arms of Connolly. Connolly now boots it high into the air. It's downed. Sent into the air by McNeil, off Alcaro's foot, downed by Renz. Renz turns around, tries to lead Alcaro. Dangerous chance for Alcaro, fires! A missile, but just off the fingertips of Connolly. That was a missile of a shot from Nola Alcaro. And that's going to be in the heads of the St. Paul's defense. Now Alcaro will be the one doing the corner kick for the Mustangs. This one booted high into the air and deflected out immediately by St. Paul's, and it goes back into open space. Leahy swoops in, hard collision, and we stop play off the penalty call. That was Georgia Bussey, who came in a little too hard and fast. And now this will be a free kick coming from Claire Monet. Monet decides to send it over to the opposite end to Cressman. Cressman boots it into the air, deflected off Alcaro's foot, then booted into the air by Alexandra Wong. Bussey tried to down it but missed. Tapped away by Cressman. It goes back to Leahy, who swings it over for Monet. Monet now dribbling. Taps it for Englert. Englert tries to send it in the middle. Intercepted. I believe this is Barton. Barton sends a pass ahead. Deflected by Englert, but then kicked by Bussey, trying to lead her teammate. They keep it in bounds along the far side. Centering kick finds Alexandra Wong. Wong, a centering pass for Barton. Shot, slow roller. Dangerous rebound for Bussey. Bussey taps it back. Fired by Isabella Wong, but high. Dangerous chance there for the Big Red, but ends with a high kick. We are in the 13th minute of this Independent School League Girls Soccer Contest, and we are scoreless. Candela taps it to Leahy, now over to Cressman. Cressman to the middle, finds Bell, now over to Feeney. Feeney taking it along the near side. Down the line, centering kick just slightly off the mark there, and it's taken away by Isabella Wong. Passed ahead to Alexandra Wong, back to Barton, and now they're trying to lead Allard. Allard's got a step on Cressman, but the pass just slightly off the mark, and just off enough for Cressman to swoop in and kick it out of bounds. You can tell the Big Red like to use Allard much in the same way that the Mustangs use Renz, as we got a couple of subs checking in for Milton Academy now. Among them, number 1, Alyssa Ruiz. The throw-in goes to Christina Allard, dribbling towards the middle, passes, and trying to escape, I believe, is Barton. She somehow keeps control of the ball, turns around, and fires one up into the air, completely off the mark. I think she got a little rushed there by the defense swarming her and just felt like she had to fire something, because that was nowhere near anything or anybody. We got another couple of subs coming in. Among them, for Milton Academy, number 4, Michelle Rubez. This one is kicked ahead to Carly Bell, who pops it over to the near side to Cressman. Cressman sends it into the air for Bell. Bell chops it over to Rubez. Rubez couldn't keep control of it, and it's kicked away by Allard, but now this pass is intercepted, but now deflected out of bounds by Isabella Wong. Cressman with the throw-in down the near sideline, headed out of bounds by number 12. I believe that is Meg Bohan. Now Cressman, another throw-in towards the middle, off ahead, into some open space, passed ahead for Bussey. Georgia Bussey now dribbling with it, gets past Monet, trying to get through Leahy, but Leahy stands tall and gets it away to Ruiz. Ruiz's pass for Bell is poked away by Isabella Wong, but not without a penalty. Monet taps it over for Leahy with the free kick. Then sent along the far side to Englert, who sends it ahead for Alcaro. Poked away, but Alcaro recovers and passes back to Englert. Now to the middle, back out to Englert. Englert tries to send it down the line for Alcaro again. Alcaro sends one ahead. Now dribbling with it is Annie Renz, trying to weave her way through. Draws a penalty. Where are they going to spot this one? I think it might be just outside the box. Annie Renz showing she's got some agility to go along with that speed. Some nice dribbling there. Trying to weave her way through multiple defenders and draws a penalty. And I think they're just going to award a throw-in off of that. Strange. Off the throw-in, we got a couple deflections. Now St. Paul's working to clear. Booted right back into the box, but it one-hops into the arms of Connolly. weird sequence there. I don't think I've ever seen a throw-in come off a penalty. That was strange. Kick is deflected off Isabella Wong, and now we've got a penalty call as Zola Alcaro got swarmed and tackled when trying to battle for that loose ball. Now Claire Monet will have another free kick in the St. Paul's end. She kicks this one towards the box, and it skips into the arms of Connolly. Connolly boots it into the air, off ahead. Bouncing. Bohan heads it. Ruiz chases it down and taps it back to Cressman. Now back to Leahy. Leahy sends it all the way back to Candela as Milton Academy resets. Now over to Leahy. Leahy stops and passes over to Cressman. Cressman boots one high, deflects off the head of Renz and into a space for nobody to get it as Connolly comes in and scoops it up. Little over 18 minutes gone here in this 40-minute first half, and a big chance here as this one bounces, and trying to fight her way through was Alexandra Wong. Monet kicks it away and gets a favorable deflection. Got another couple of substitutions coming in, and it looks like for Milton Academy, that's number 13, Audrey Howley. Throw in, bit of a scrum for it, kicked away by St. Paul's. Rubez tried to track it down, just deflected. Alcaro takes it. And after a bunch of deflections, still with Milton Academy, I think that's Abby Dunn who just passed it over to Howley. Now over to Ruiz. Ruiz dribbling, floats one up. It's deflected down, but then kicked again by Dunn. They were trying to find Alcaro, but it gets kicked away, and we got another whistle. This will be a free kick for St. Paul's. Not entirely sure what happened there. This one gets booted into the air. Down the far side, they're scrumming for it, and it's lost out of bounds, last touched by Howley. This will be a throw-in for number 19, Alex Pike. Pike throws it in, tapped ahead. Number 10 was trying to chase after it, but lost out of bounds. No chance there for the co-captain, Emma Burke. Candela sends one ahead, finds Dunn, but Dunn's kick is intercepted. Pass to the middle for Barton, poked away, taken by Alcaro. She boots it high, trying to lead Renz again. Renz just trying to keep it in bounds by this stage. Gets around one defender, starts dribbling in, gets around another, being swarmed by a couple defenders now, still with the ball somehow. She turns around and passes it back to Dunn. Dunn sends it back to Alcaro. Alcaro sends it all the way back to Englert, who then centers it back to Monet. Swung over to Cressman. Cressman sends it down the line for Rubez, centered for Ruiz. Now back to Rubez on the give and go. Rubez trying to keep it in bounds, fights through the defender. Attempted centering kick, doesn't get enough juice on it, deflected away. Now a scrum for it, and Ruiz has it, gets around her defender. Centering kick again. Renz tries to fire, and it goes over the bar. Don't know how that pass from Alyssa Ruiz got through. But it got through, and I think they're going to say that that was either deflected off of a defender's foot or off of Connolly's fingertips, because now we've got a goal kick, not a goal kick, a corner kick for the Mustangs. Alcaro lining up to launch this one. And it's a short liner taken away, but now scrumming for it. Dunn trying to fight for the ball. Rubez pokes it away. And now passed back to Leahy. And now over to Cressman. Cressman sends it down the line for Alcaro. Alcaro centers it to Rubez. Now back to Alcaro, but booted out of bounds by the St. Paul's defense. Throw in for the Mustangs. But first a substitution comes in. Replacing Annie Renz is number 10, Kat Buckley. This throw in, favorable bounce, deflected into the air. Audrey Howley now with it, tries to kick it through, stopped by a defender. Buckley trying to scrum for it. They're trying to clear it out desperately. Ruiz swoops in with the ball well outside the box now. Centering kick, scoops, finds Alcaro. Alcaro turns, shoots, save by Connolly. Dangerous chance for Milton Academy on that play. And now Connolly boots this one high in the air. Bounce, Monet kind of whiffs on the clear, but Leahy deflects it back to Cressman. Cressman sends it back to Candela, who quickly kicks it back to Cressman. Cressman being pressured by Allard. Allard takes it away. Allard still dribbling with it. Now being swarmed, and Rubez takes it away from her. Passed ahead to Ruiz. Ruiz boots it high in the air, trying to lead Buckley. Buckley trying to bring her speed, but well cut off by the defenders and scooped up by Connolly. That was number 14, Catherine Hillary, along with number 4, Tegan Casey on the defense there. Into the air off of Dunn's head and lost out of bounds. Still scoreless as they throw into Isabella Wong. Now the pass is tapped ahead but lost out of bounds. Englert getting ready for the throw-in pass. Deflected off the foot of Dunn and lost out of bounds. They're just trading the ball back and forth now. We're in the 25th minute of this first half and we are scoreless. A substitution for St. Paul's, number 18, Camila Capdevila checks into the game, replacing Christina Allard, as now Claire Monet trying to chase down the ball. She gets pushed to the ground by Barton, and I'm not sure if that's out of bounds or a penalty, sort of which came first. A substitution for Milton Academy. Sarah George comes in replacing Zola Alcaro. George tries to deflect it ahead, but taken. Now a scrum for it. Isabella Wong ultimately wins, passes ahead, a couple of touches, and we've got a whistle. They're going to call that against Milton Academy. This will be a free kick chance for St. Paul's. Looks like number 19, Alex Pike, will be taking this free kick for the Big Red. This one launched towards the box, but Candela swoops in and grabs it. Candela decides to roll it to Cressman. Cressman sends it towards the middle, finds Rubez. Rubez tries to dribble, deflected away, and lost out of bounds. Got a few subs now coming in for Milton Academy. Among them we've got Ava McNeil, Jane Feeney, and making the throw in, that was Ella Walsmith. Booted into the air by Walsmith. Deflection, favorable deflection as George pokes it away to Feeney. Feeney now dribbling with it, trying to get the edge. Centering kick is deflected away and tracked down by Feeney herself. Sends the pass all the way back to Englert. Englert battling with Burke. They get the out of bounds call, but how about the physical play from these two teams? A free kick off the penalty call will be taken by Monet. This one booted into the air towards the box. Deflection, whiffed on the clear, sent back into the box, but scooped up by Connolly. This one sent high in the air. Bounces off the head of Englert. Feeney swoops in and kicks it ahead. And going down was number 13, Margot Champignul. And that'll be a penalty on George. Free kick now. Down the far side, controlled by St. Paul's. Leading pass. Centering kick, and it's intercepted by Leahy. And Leahy tries to kick it out of there, deflected off of Barton, but Englert collects it and gets the favorable deflection off the foot of Emma Burke. Throw in, goes off ahead. Sliced into the air by Monet. Being chased down by Ruiz. Ruiz dribbling, passes ahead for McNeil. McNeil working along the near side, somehow gets out of traffic and sends a pass back to Walsmith. Ahead to Ruiz, she lost it. Burke kicked it away, deflection, and then taken by Isabella Wong. Down the far side for, I believe, Bussey. Now kicked ahead, finds Burke. Burke trying to gain the edge on Leahy, but Leahy says no. Swoops away and takes it. Leahy pass ahead to Feeney, but stolen away by Wong, but lost out of bounds. This will go back to Milton Academy. Few substitutions coming in for Milton now with just over 11 minutes left in the half. Still no score here at Dennis Field. Throw in comes, deflected, and now stolen away. Pass ahead for Sarah George, trying to fight through a defender, but the deflection is lost. Kick down the line, taken by Walsmith. Walsmith passes ahead to Ruiz. Ruiz pulls back, and a centering kick finds George. George battling Isabella Wong. Wong wins that battle and kicks it away, but Ruiz recovers. Passes ahead to McNeil. McNeil trying to gain the edge on the near side, running out of room against Bohan. McNeil still trying to fight her way through. Quite the battle, and ultimately last touched by McNeil. That'll be a goal kick. Connolly boots this one into the air, off the foot of Ruiz, but kicked away. Stolen by Bell, and George tries to kick it ahead, but it's booted away. And now St. Paul's trying to make it move. This is Emma Burke with it. Attempted centering pass, cut off by Bell. George trying to keep control of it. George sends it ahead for Ruiz. Ruiz now trying to lead Renz to the corner. Renz against Casey now. Turns around, passes it to Ruiz. Ruiz dribbling, turns around, fires towards the middle, finds a teammate. This is Feeney, who gets swarmed, and the ball is kicked away by Wong. George trying to keep control of it as she loses balance, but can't, and Wong boots it away. Now being chased down by Rubez. Rubez sends it ahead to Englert. Englert sends it ahead, picked off, and deflection goes to Burke. Burke passes back to Barton. Barton now trying to lead her teammate, number 18. She's got some speed, has a bit of a step, but Leahy swoops in and says, no, not happening this time. Deflected out of bounds, and this will be Milton Academy ball. Camila Capdevila had a big chance there, but just not enough speed to get past Bryn Leahy. A few more subs coming in on both sides as we reach the closing minutes of this first half. Just under 9 minutes to go before the break. Still no score so far. And a Cressman back in the game. She throws it in to Carly Bell. Bell has it immediately stolen by Barton. Barton tries to fire but can't get a clean shot off, and it rolls harmlessly into the hands of Candela. Candela sends it down the far side. Tapped ahead, but intercepted again by Barton, but now cut off and sent ahead. Another pass intercepted this time by McNeil. McNeil taps it over for Cressman. Cressman back to McNeil. McNeil decides to turn around and head back and then swing it over to Rubez. Rubez sends it down the far side. Pass is sent ahead. And now Feeney trying to fight through several defenders but can't do it. Deflection goes to Barton. And now a kick across midfield goes right to Rubez. Rubez sends it ahead for McNeil. McNeil sends it back to Cressman. Cressman passes ahead to Bell. Now Bell swings it over to Alcaro. Alcaro dribbles back and passes back to Leahy. Leahy now dribbling. Boots it high in the air. That's going to be chased down by Champignoul. And her kick is deflected out of bounds by George. 7 minutes to go here in the first half, and we are scoreless. Throw in. Goes to number 11, deflected into space, and now a scrum for it. And it looks like it's going to be won by St. Paul's number 15. A pass to the far side, now gaining the edge. Attempted centering pass for 15, deflected and lost out of bounds. Again, Bryn Leahy swooping in at the last second to interrupt that chance by number 15, Lily Eiler. And it looks like they're going to say that was last off of Leahy, and that's going to be a corner kick for St. Paul's. This will be the Big Reds' first corner kick of the match. Milton Academy's had 2 so far, but no score to show for it. Kick comes into the air. Off the head of Allard, caught by Candela! That was about as good a chance you're going to get off a corner kick without scoring. Candela, after the nice save, gets it into Cressman. The kick is deflected, but right to Alcaro. Alcaro dribbling, passes it back to Rubez. Rubez sends a pass ahead, intercepted by Barton. Barton gets tripped up by Rubez, no penalty call, or rather a delayed penalty call. They let St. Paul's play things out before calling the penalty. Avery Barton has been doing a lot of work in that midi position for the Big Red. Now it looks like this will be Alex Pike taking the free kick for St. Paul's. Here comes the kick, it's high. Way high and into the net! Alex Pike with a floater. Claire Candela went up about as high as she could, but just could not reach that one as it just tickled the top of the twine there. St. Paul's takes a 1-0 lead over Milton Academy late here in the first half, less than 5 minutes before the break. A big momentum shifter there by the senior from Ware, New Hampshire. Pass goes back to Carly Bell. Now leading Ava McNeil along the near sideline. McNeil's centering kick skips away, taken away by Isabella Wong. Pass back to Bohan, now to Allard, now back to Wong. Wong dribbling with it. Pass takes a weird bounce. And now Barton maintaining control of it, passes it back to Casey, now swung over to and pass to Barton, now swung over to Wong. Wong has it taken away for a second, and yes, taken away by Rubez, but passed ahead to nobody, so it's taken back by Pike. Pike sends it down the line and out of bounds. Throw in down the far side. Kicked into the air by Pike. Now After the scrum, Milton Academy has it. Deflected pass goes to McNeil. McNeil sends it down the near side for Cressman. Booted into the air, it goes over Alcaro's foot. Hit into the air by Bohan, off the head of Cressman and lost out of bounds. 3 minutes left in the half. The throw in for St. Paul's. Sent from Barton back to Bohan. Into the air, off the head and off of the shoulder, and it goes back to Isabella Wong. Now a pass to Alexandra Wong. That pass intercepted by Rubays. Passed ahead to George. Now back to Rubays. Sent to the far side. Now back to Monet. Now back to, I believe, Englert. Englert sends it to George, who deflects it for McNeil. McNeil dribbling. Pass over to Alcaro. Alcaro dribbling. Got a little bit of space to work. Sends one down the far side for George. Sarah George trying to push the issue here. Gets taken to the ground along with Champagnole. We got a penalty call. And it looks like this will be a free kick from pretty close to the net for the Mustangs. Or, no, this is going to be a free kick for St. Paul's. They called the penalty on George there. Clock is frozen at 1:57. We are officially in stoppage time here in the first half. At the deflection, ball is lost out of bounds, as Eiler got a favorable deflection there. Thrown into Barton. Barton manages to get through Rubays. Now kicks ahead. Nobody there. Candela swoops in and scoops it up. Candela looking around, waiting for her teammates to get set as we run out of time here in the first half. The punt to midfield deflected by Wong. Now being battled for. Sarah George trying to get the ball, but it's kicked away by Isabella Wong. Englert chases it down on the far side, sends a pass back to Monet, who boots it ahead, deflected back by Champagnole. And now this is Eiler. Eiler trying to lead her teammate down the far side, but it's cut off by Monet and kicked back to Candela. Candela dribbling with it, kicks it into the air, finds McNeil. McNeil taps it over to Cressman. Cressman ahead to Bell. Bell, her pass deflected out of bounds by Isabella Wong. Now Cressman trying to rush the throw in down the near side, deflected. A couple deflections and it winds up with Allard, but we got a penalty call. This one's going to go against Bell. Tegan Casey getting ready to take this free kick for the Big Red. Into the air this one goes. Off the foot of Alexandra Wong. Weird bounce, and we got another penalty call. This one against Sarah George. She's had a bunch of, no, that's the whistle for the half. Got confused there for a second. We are halfway through here at Dennis Field on the campus of Milton Academy in Milton, Massachusetts. The score through one half, the St. Paul's Big Red 1, the Milton Academy Mustangs 0. The lone goal so far coming from a floater free kick from Alex Pike that really couldn't have been placed much better. That accounts for the lone score. That came in about the 35th minute. And in the meantime, we're halfway through. Once again, if you're enjoying the broadcast, be sure to hit that like button. I also recommend you subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on all of our upcoming broadcasts here on Milton Academy Live. Feel free to engage in the live chat. Let us know what you're thinking as a fan watching the game. And in the meantime, we're halfway through. I am Jesse Mayfield Sheehan, happy to bring you coverage of this Independent School League girls soccer contest. I'm going to take a break, put my mic on mute, but I will be right back for the start of the second half, so don't go away. Hello and welcome back to Dennis Field on the campus of Milton Academy in Milton, Massachusetts. My name is Jesse Mayfield Sheehan. I am back to bring you continued coverage of this Independent School League girls soccer contest between the visiting St. Paul's School Big Red and the hosting Milton Academy Mustangs. The score through the first half is 1-0 in favor of the visitors. St. Paul's got their lone score around the 35th minute off of a free kick from senior Alex Pike, who hit just, honestly, a beautiful floater of a shot that at first looked like it was just going to be a can of corn for the Milton Academy keeper, Claire Candela, but it just kept hanging in the air and ultimately ended up going in the top of the net. Like, there really wasn't much that Candela could do about it, just about as beautifully a placed shot as you could do. If the score stays what it is through the rest of the way, St. Paul's will improve to 5-3-1, while Milton Academy will fall to 2-4. But we've still got a whole half of soccer to play, so that is, right now, an if. St. Paul's in the white jerseys and red jersey numbers playing from my left. Milton Academy, the dark blue jerseys with white jersey numbers on my right. And it'll be St. Paul's number 16, Georgia Bussey, starting us off. Kick goes back to Isabella Wong. We're underway. Another kick back to Champignuel, and now a kick ahead to Alexandra Wong, back to Isabella Wong, and now over to Avery Barton. Barton tries to kick one ahead, trying to lead one of her attackers, but it's kicked out of bounds by the Milton Academy back, Bryn Leahy. Leahy has been very busy on the defensive end as one of Milton Academy's center backs. Throw in now, and now booted towards the box. It one-hops into the arms of Candela, who rifles it for an open Zola Alcaro. Alcaro dribbling with plenty of space to work across midfield, sends a leading pass looking for Annie Renz. Renz now trying to gain the edge, centering kick, deflects, and out of bounds. That'll be a corner kick. Early corner kick after it bounced out of bounds off of number 14, Catherine Hillary. And now Alcaro will be launching the corner kick. Milton Academy had about 2 or 3 corner kicks in the first half, but no score to show for it. Alcaro signals, boots this one towards the box, and it's caught by Olivia Connolly, the St. Paul's keeper. Connolly drop kicks this one towards midfield. Downed well by Carly Bell, but swooping in and taking it was Alexandra Wong. The kick goes to McNeil. Ava McNeil passes to Sarah George, and now back over to Alcaro. Alcaro's got some space to work, dribbling, trying to fake out her defender, but Champignuel is staying with her. She manages to get a kick towards the box, but it one-hops into the arms of a diving Connolly. Some nice moves by Alcaro, but ultimately couldn't get enough space to launch a good enough shot. Connolly boots this one towards midfield, takes a hop off the head of Bell, off the foot of Wong, now deflected again, and ultimately taken by Carly Bell. Passed ahead for Renz, but it skips past her and is taken away by Casey. Passed over to Champignuel, now passed to number 11, who sends it to the middle, deflected by Bell, but then kicked away by Alexandra Wong. Back to Champignuel, deflected by Renz, and swooping in and taking it is Jane Feeney. Dribbling with it against Isabella Wong. She turns around and passes it to George. George trying to keep control of it. She gets it away to Feeney. Feeney sends it back to Haley Englert. Englert boots one into the air. And a scrum for the ball is won by Annie Renz. Renz tries to wind and fire, but it's deflected. Now the kick goes back to McNeil. McNeil launches one towards the box. Feeney tries to kick it in, but just can't get a clean foot on it. Big chance there, but that would have been really hard to pull off. That was a wild bouncing ball, and Feeney was trying to make the best of that improvised play. So no shame in missing that one. Connolly getting ready for the goal kick here. Line drive is downed by Isabella Wong, tapped back to Champagnol, but then lost out of bounds. Went off the side of her foot there. Englert throws it in, goes off of Champagnol's head. Now number 11 taps it over for Avery Barton. Barton kicks one ahead, skips past Leahy, chased down by Cressman, and a Cressman kicks it back to the goalie, who I believe is still Claire Candela. This one booted into the air, being chased after by Champagnol, but Feeney's closing in fast. It's kicked back to Connolly. Connolly kicks it right to Alcaro. Alcaro centering kick deflected and taken away by Barton. Good deflection by Isabella Wong, who now has the ball. Passes, attempted back to Wong, taken away by Bell, sent back to Englert, who sends it into space. Now Barton sends it to the middle, finds Wong. Wong boots it in the air, it's deflected, but chased down by the Milton keeper. That's number 0, Claire Candela. Throw in goes to Englert. Haley Englert sends it ahead, finds Feeney. Jane Feeney dribbling, taps it ahead to Annie Renz. Renz faced up with several defenders, tries to fight her way through, still somehow keeps the ball. Feeney swoops in and kicks it, but easily taken by Connolly. This one booted into the air towards midfield. Deflects off Bussey, and Champagnol swoops in, kicks it ahead, finds Barton. Barton kicks it into traffic, finds Bussey, and now sent over to Isabella Wong. Wong sends it ahead. Nice leading pass, bringing some speed here, launches the shot, misses high and wide. That was a big chance for St. Paul's from, I believe, number 21, Christina Allard. Ultimately couldn't get the clean shot off, however, as Milton Academy now loses this one down the near sideline. Throw-in will come from Margot Champagnol. Goes in to, I believe, Isabella Wong. Or no, that's Avery Barton, who somehow escapes and passes back to Champagnol. That pass somehow gets through to Wong. Wong dribbling with it. Still dribbling, fires, deflected by Bell. Feeney trying to take it away. A kick is won by Wong, passed ahead to Georgia Bussey. Bussey trying to battle her way through. Kick goes into space, booted by Englert, and we've got a whistle now. This is going to be a penalty call against St. Paul's. Free kick is quickly tapped over to Leahy, who sends it ahead to McNeil. McNeil fakes out Bussey, now dribbling in some open space, looking for her openings, decides to send it to a wide open Englert along the near side. Englert launches it towards the box. Deflection, loose ball taken by Feeney. Feeney trying to turn around but runs out of room as Wong comes in, but the deflection goes to Annie Renz. Renz now trying to find the edge. She's getting around some defenders, launches and misses. Annie Renz and Christina Allard taking turns with these dangerous chances using their speed. And now this will be a goal kick for Connolly. Again, the score right now, St. Paul's 1, Milton Academy 0. As Connolly kicks this one towards the far side, looking for Allard, deflected out of bounds by Annie Renz. Throw-in goes down the line. Leahy takes it. Not a lot of room, though, and it's deflected out of bounds. Last touched by Leahy. Throw-in here. Swooping in and taking it is McNeil. Pass ahead to Renz. Renz sending a leading pass for Sarah George. George takes it along the far side. Cuts back in. Centering pass. Deflected away by Champagnol. Bouncing ball, George fights for it, gets it to Bell. Bell floats one in to nobody, out of bounds. this is the tough thing for Milton Academy is St. Paul's is kind of out-muscling them in some ways, particularly on these 50-50 balls. And it's keeping Milton Academy from getting in a rhythm to set up the offensive plays the way they want. As this goal kick is deflected into space, Feeney chases it down, dribbling. She's got some open space to work and gets tripped up by Champignoul. Ball is lost out of bounds, and it was not called a penalty, so this will just be a throw-in from Englert. Throw-in goes towards the box, booted out immediately, and into the street. Now trying to get a replacement ball from all the way on the other side of the field. After that ball was absolutely launched by, I think, Catherine Hillary. Throw in here. Again, Hillary puts it in the air. Off the head of Caroline Briggs. Tracked down by Cressman, pass back to Englert. Into the air it goes, downed by Alcaro. Alcaro gets control of it, passes back to McNeil. McNeil dribbling. Now tries an insert kick, deflected away, off the head of George. Downed by, I think, Barton, who kicks it ahead. McNeil chasing after it, sends the pass all the way back to Candela, and Milton Academy starts over. Candela sends a pass down the line, finds McNeil. McNeil dribbling, pass to the middle to Bell. Bell sends it along the far side. This is Alcaro. Pass for Feeney is collected. Now she sends it down the near side for Cressman. Back to the middle to Bell. Bell for Cressman again. Cressman keeps it in bounds. Kicked away by Champignoul. Englert takes it back. Englert's kick off the side of her foot, but chased down by Alcaro. Alcaro starts dribbling, trying to weave her way through. Keeps control of the ball and manages to pass it back to Bell, who leads for Cressman. Cressman trying to get around Champignoul, and it's edged away, and the kick there went off the arms of Cressman and out of bounds, so they're just going to call a goal kick. Connolly with the goal kick now. Connolly trying to direct traffic. This kick goes off the foot of Renz. Cressman had it for a second, but now Barton. And now Cressman takes it back, passes ahead to Renz. Renz turning around, trying to dribble through, tripped up by Champignoul and taken away by Hillary, but her kick is deflected. And then kicked away, taken by Cressman. Cressman winds, fires towards the box, off the chest of Hillary. Now Renz trying to swoop in and take the ball away, but Hillary manages to clear it. Deflected by Bussey. Swooping in is Leahy. Leahy pausing and then stolen by Bussey. Bussey now dribbling across midfield. A few defenders between her and the goal, and one of them, Ava McNeil, kicks it away. Now a pass down the far side finds Alcaro. Now passed back to Leahy. Leahy quickly gets it away this time to Claire Monet. Monet passes ahead for Alyssa Ruiz, who taps it over looking for Bell, but Barton manages to get the position there and take the ball away. Pass ahead to Christina Allard. And Allard trying to gain the edge on McNeil. Can't gain the edge, but still maintains possession. Turns around, centering kick for Alexandra Wong, whose shot is saved by Candela. And that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. You saw a lot of one-on-one battles there that were being won by St. Paul's, as this leading pass is booted away by Champignoul and goes back to Monet. I mean, the refs are letting them play, and when the refs are letting you play, you can't let your team be pushed around by your opponent. As now working down the far side, and McNeil kicks it out of bounds after the big advance by number 12, Meg Bohan. We're in the 54th minute of this 80-minute contest. 1-0 the score in favor of St. Paul's. Allard kicks one towards the box, deflected out by Monet. Cressman downs it, kicks it ahead, looking for Renz. Renz trying to fight her way through, gets sandwiched by a couple defenders. And we've got a whistle this time as Renz basically landed on top of Champignoul. And that penalty is going to be against Renz. Tegan Casey will be taking the free kick for the Big Red. Bit of a scrum for it. Bussey kicks it away, deflected by McNeil. Downed by George, passed back to Bell. Bell leading Alyssa Ruiz. Ruiz starting to dribble, trying to use her speed, trying to gain the edge here. Can't gain the edge, turns around, centering kick, gets past a couple players and then booted into the air. Downed by Cressman, but into open space and taken away by, I believe, Barton. Barton dribbling across midfield, sends it down the far end, trying to lead Allard, but McNeil kicks it out of bounds. Throw in goes to Barton. Avery Barton dribbling, launches one high and caught in the air this time by Candela. Rolled in for Leahy. Leahy sends it down the far side. Tapped to Sarah George, who collides with a defender. Ball goes back to Bell, who kicks it ahead for Annie Renz. Renz trying to dribble, gets swarmed by defenders. Ball is taken away by Barton, passed over to Briggs. Briggs trying to dribble through a couple defenders, manages to get the ball away. This is Barton now along the far side. Still dribbling. Finally kicked away by McNeil, and Renz takes it. Renz passes over for Cressman. Cressman dribbling. Centering pass off the mark for Renz. Renz recovers it. Tries to get around Isabella Wong, and it's kicked away by Wong. Now Briggs kicks it ahead to Bussey. Bussey kicks it ahead to nobody, and Monet kicks it away. Now Zola Alcaro dribbling with it. Alcaro gets to the middle and taps it over for Bell, who sends it ahead to Cressman. Cressman trying to turn around and wind up, but nobody there off of her kick. And now Olivia Connolly will be taking this one. Connolly boots this one towards midfield. Downed by Barton, and she fights off George and passes it back to Bohan. Bohan kicks it down the line for Allard. It's deflected back, and now a pass goes to Barton. Barton now trying to lead Allard. Allard working against McNeil on the edge. Launches a kick, but no real angle there, and it bounces harmlessly into the arms of Candela. This one rolled in for Monet. Tapped over to Englert, sent ahead to Ruiz. Alyssa Ruiz dribbling towards the middle, sends a pass across looking for Alcaro, but kicked away by Bohan. Barton takes it. Dribbling across midfield. Fakes out her defender. Fakes out another and gets a pass away to Briggs. Briggs tries to send one through to Bussey, deflected away. And losing balance, they couldn't quite advance it, but Renz trying to chase after her. She's trying to do it herself. She's breaking through, using that speed. Annie Renz with the breakaway shot. Score! This ball game is tied. Annie Renz said, heck with it, I'll do it myself. After her teammate lost control of the ball, she just swooped in, took it, and just took off like she was shot out of a cannon. Found that hole like a running back, went between the defenders, and got the opening she needed for the breakaway score. Credit to Connolly, she almost got the deflection, but it deflected off of her leg and in. We are now knotted at 1 apiece. Whole new ball game now as St. Paul's trying to work with it. Centering pass finds Barton. Trying to weave her way around, sends it down the far side for Allard. Allard being pressured by McNeil. Ball's lost out of bounds, and this will be Milton Academy ball. The throw-in is deflected away, downed by Abby Dunn, but lost control of it. St. Paul's takes it away. This is Barton passing it back to Bohan. Bohan being pursued by Dunn. Has to pass it back, booted into the air by Casey, and scooped up by Candela. Candela rolls it in for Englert. Englert's pass goes to Bell. Attempted pass for Ruiz, broken up by Briggs. Goes back to Englert, now pass to Bell. Bell boots one into the air. It's downed, and they reset. St. Paul's trying to work along the far side. This is Meg Bohan dribbling with it. Pass ahead is kicked away by McNeil. Goes back to Allard. Allard pass ahead. Goes right to Leahy. Leahy dribbles around one player. Trying to work the transition now across midfield. Taps it for Ruiz. Alyssa Ruiz sends a pass across, finds Emma Pethrick. Pethrick lost control of it, but now Ren's trying to swoop in, trying to dribble it herself again. Kick is deflected by Casey, but she recovers. Centering kick, headed away. Number 8 was trying to take that one there, deflected away by Tegan Casey. And that's Jordan Stukin, who is seeing the field for the first time, battling for this ball for Milton Academy, as somehow St. Paul's keeps control of it and finally boots it out of bounds. This will be Milton Academy ball. Boy, if you don't believe in momentum swings, Milton Academy already looking like more aggressive fighters out there after the equalizer by Annie Renz. Michelle Rubez with the ball, passes it back to Monet. Monet passes it down the near side, finds Englert. Englert dribbling, takes it towards the middle, taps a pass for Dunn. Too much pressure taken away by Isabella Wong. Wong leading pass, gets to Briggs, floating pass for Burke, cut off by Leahy, and Leahy works on the clear now along the near sideline. Pass is deflected. Pike tries to kick it, deflected and lost out of bounds. It'll stay St. Paul's ball. And so St. Paul's lost the ball after Margot Champignol whiffed on the throw-in. So now Englert throws it in, but bit of a false start there. It's actually a free kick and not a throw-in. Monet kicks it over to Leahy, who now kicks it over to McNeil on the far side. McNeil dribbling, passes to Rubez. Rubez sends it down the line for Ruiz. Ruiz trying to lead Englert, but they were miscommunicating a bit there, and that ball's lost out of bounds. Champignol throwing in again. Goes to Pike. Back to Champignol. Kick deflected out of bounds by Ruiz. This will be another throw-in for St. Paul's. 1-1, we are tied. Just under 18 minutes left in this game. Throw-in deflected by Burke. And Dunn keeps it in and sends it down the line. Kicked by Hillary, but taken by Ruiz. Centering pass to Pethrick. Emma Pethrick kicks it into the box. Takes a weird hop, but scooped up by Connolly. Connolly boots this one into the air, deflects off the head of Wong. Now kicked ahead, past Burke, taken by Leahy. Passed over to Englert. Englert's kick deflected and taken by Briggs. Briggs' kick deflected by Englert, but taken by Burke. Passed over to Pike. Pike launches it, downed by McNeil, and she boots it into the air. Goes over Wong, downed by Renz. Quick pass to Ruiz. Ruiz keeps it in bounds. Launches one, leading for Renz. Renz has the ball, trying to fake out Wong. Still backing it down. Dribbles away from Champignol. Trying to get her way through. lost out of bounds, and we've got a corner kick. Annie Renz with the shifty ball handling skills, drawing the corner there. Alyssa Ruiz lining up to take this one for the Mustangs. Booted high in the air. Bounce. Petherick kicks it. Kicked by Barton. Booted into the air by Rubez, and that's going to go well over the net. Goal kick now for Connolly. 1-1 the score here at Dennis Field. Connolly kicks it into the air. Deflected, taken by Barton. Barton was trying to dribble, but it's kicked by Champignol to Pike. Now to Briggs. Briggs has it taken away by Englert. Englert dribbling, passes it back to McNeil. McNeil fakes out her defender, gets across midfield, now dribbling. Sends a pass ahead to Renz. Renz sends a pass to the corner to Ruiz. Ruiz keeps it in bounds. Starts dribbling towards the middle. Still keeping control. Centering kick. Deflected into the air by Barton off the head of Briggs. Downed by Burke. Leahy's trying to swoop in, but Briggs takes it. Briggs kick deflected by Monet. And now taken by Stukin. Kicked to Ruiz. Ruiz fakes out Pike. Starts dribbling. Trying to fake out Champignol. Champignol bringing good defense. Ruiz kicks it over to Stukin. It's kicked away and taken by Barton. Sent ahead for Capdevila. Capdevila gets taken down, and this will be a penalty on Milton Academy. So we've got ourselves a ball game here. 14.5 minutes abouts left here in this one. We're tied at 1 apiece. This kick is immediately deflected, goes to Renz, tapped back to Emma Petherick. Petherick dribbling with speed, trying to rush things here. Fakes out a defender, leading pass for Renz. Gets Renz, but gets the offsides call. Just a step off there. Smart play by Catherine Hillary. And now we'll have a free kick that's going to be taken by the keeper, Olivia Connolly. Or rather by Tegan Casey. Casey launches this one in the air towards midfield, deflects off the head of Burke, and now a battle for it. McNeil trying to fend off both Capdevila and Burke, and she gets the ball and manages to get a pass back. Quick pass back to McNeil. And now sending it down the line. A centering kick now. Intercepted by Briggs. Pass over to, I believe, Barton. Sent ahead to Capdevila. Now tapped along the far side for Bohan. Bohan loses control of it, and this will be Milton Academy ball. A mass of substitutions coming in now for Milton Academy as they try and get some fresh legs out there here in the later minutes of the second half. We are all squared at 1 apiece. Throw in goes to Anna Cressman. Cressman battling Capdevila for it. Taps it back. Now tapped over to Leahy. Leahy sends it across to Englert. Englert sends it ahead to Cressman. Now back to Englert. Englert ahead to Alyssa Ruiz. Ruiz manages to get around Briggs. Still hesitating. Passes over to Carly Bell. Bell loses it. Taken away. And now a leading pass sent ahead for Briggs from Isabella Wong. Briggs dribbling. Sends pass back to Pike. Pike launches one towards the box, but nobody quite there. Candela aggressively deflects it away. And that could have been dangerous, but she gets back in time. Attempted insert kick is taken away by McNeil. Pass to, I believe, Zola Alcaro. Now passed back to Leahy. Kicked ahead. Deflected by Wong and lost out of bounds. This will be Mustang ball. Thrown into Alcaro, tapped back to McNeil, booted high in the air. Battle for it. It bounces to Champagnol, who boots it into the air. Burke deflects it, but now it's taken by, I believe, Bohan. Bohan trying to gain the edge on the far side, a race with McNeil. She cuts back, centering pass to Burke. Burke sends it to Briggs. Briggs getting swarmed, almost loses the ball, but it's kept alive by Isabella Wong. Passed over to Pike. Pike again launches one high in the air. Bounces, juggled by Candela, but she recovers and picks it up. Again, almost dangerous there as Candela juggled and dropped the ball and also slipped and fell, but she got a lucky bounce there. Now Haley Englert sends it ahead to Ruiz. Ruiz gets a favorable deflection out of bounds off Champagnol. Now Englert throws it in, deflects off the foot of Sarah George. This one's heading out of bounds, and this will be a goal kick. Ten minutes left in this game. We are knotted up at 1 apiece. Connolly slices it into the air. It's shallow. Deflected back to Champagnol, who boots it into the air and out of bounds. Englert throwing it down the line. And it's kicked out of bounds by Hillary over to the parking lot nearby. And now it'll be another throw in for the Mustangs. Throw in, deflected by Briggs. Now Cressman deflects it, but too far and out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick. If this score does not change in the final minutes of this game, this will be the first tie of the season for the Mustangs. It would be the second tie for St. Paul's. Booted into the air, off the head of George. Scrum for it, headed by Burke. Now kicked by Ruiz, taken by Wong. Wong taps it over to Briggs. Briggs taps it for Pike. Pike kicks it ahead. It's downed and taken by Monet. Pass ahead, deflected away. Scrum for it for a bit. Jane Feeney, how about the fight there? Pass ahead, Zola Alcaro trying to get around her defender. No room, and she manages to get the pass away to George, but lost control of it, taken away by Barton. Now Barton's pass goes to Cressman. Cressman tries to kick, deflected by Pike. Cressman trying to deflect her way through, and it's ultimately booted out of bounds by Champagnol. How about the fight both teams are showing now as we've got a substitution checking in for Milton Academy. This is Annie Renz, I believe, coming in, replacing Jane Feeney. Renz, of course, the lone goal scorer for Milton Academy. As meanwhile, the St. Paul's goal scorer, Alex Pike, checks out in favor of Georgia Bussey. Englert throws it in, downed by Renz. Renz kicks it away quickly, and it bounces over the head of Leahy. She chases it down, taps it back to Monet. Monet fakes out one player. That was a dangerous strategy, but she kicks it ahead, finds Alcaro. Alcaro dribbling, Barton on her heels, and Barton swoops in and takes it away, kicks it out of bounds. It'll stay Milton Academy ball. Englert, a quick throw in towards the middle, looking for George. George trying to break through, but deflected away. Bell chases it down and decides to send it down the far end to McNeil. McNeil pump fakes, starts dribbling, trying to get through Allard. Finally gets a kick away, but nobody there. This will be another goal kick for St. Paul's. Connolly with the goal kick, deflected by Ruiz. George kicks it ahead, kicked away by Champagnol. Now downed by Barton. Barton dribbling, sends a leading pass ahead, looking for Allard. Swooping in and booting it away is Candela, high in the air. Excuse me. It's down and deflected to Barton. Barton dribbling with it, sends it down the far side for Allard. And I think we have some kind of a call against St. Paul's. This will be a free kick for the Mustangs. McNeil taps it over to Monet. Monet swings it over to Englert. Englert dribbling, sends a pass ahead for Alcaro, but intercepted by Champignol. But Englert gets the favorable deflection out of bounds. Quick throw in down the line. Taken by Hillary. Kicked into space, taken by George. George pass for Cressman, intercepted, and that'll be a tripping call on Cressman against Avery Barton. 5.5 minutes left here at Dennis Field. Milton Academy 1, St. Paul's 1. Pike launches this one over to Allard, off her head, taken by Bohan. Bohan trying to dribble with it. Gets one away to Allard. Allard dribbling against McNeil. McNeil, a nice deflection. And they're going to say out of bounds off of St. Paul's. Or no, they're going to say out of bounds off of Milton Academy. I think McNeil thought she got the deflection. Or, wait, it is Milton Academy ball. There was some sort of problem with the throw in? I don't know. Either way, the throw in goes in now to Leahy. Leahy attempting clearing kick. It's deflected out of bounds by Bussey. Throw in now goes into a crowd and booted away by Bohan, but goes back to Claire Monet. Monet sends it ahead to Cressman. Cressman taps it over. Now being dribbled by McNeil. Big launching kick. Renz chasing after it. Renz tries to kick one. Just wide. That hit the outside of the net. Big chance for the winning score for Annie Renz as Connolly had swooped in to try and take it, and Renz got her foot on it first, but just didn't have the angle. Connolly boots this one into the air. Deflected. Now being taken by Bussey. Sends a pass looking for Pike. But Englert cuts it off. Taps it back to Candela. It's rolling a little bit slowly, though. Candela manages to get it away to Englert. Less than 4 minutes left. Pass ahead looking for Cressman. Cressman just barely couldn't keep it in bounds, but they're going to say out of bounds off St. Paul's. Throw into Alcaro. Now kick back to Renz. Renz just manages to get the ball away off her knees, and it goes to Bell. Now back to Renz. Renz kicks it into open space. Kicked away by Bohan. Gets to Barton. Barton kicks it away. Nobody's there. And it's lost out of bounds, Milton Academy ball. 3 minutes to go. We're all squared at 1. Attempted tap back, intercepted by Barton. Barton sends the pass back but misses, but it's deflected out off Milton Academy. Throw in down the line, goes off the head of McNeil into open space where it's taken, and then deflected over to Cressman. Cressman sends it ahead, looking for Ruiz. Ruiz trying to battle through Bohan, can't do it. Casey kicks it away. Pass goes ahead to Allard. Allard dribbling with some space to work along the far side. Swoops in, deflected by McNeil and out of bounds. Ava McNeil has been handling that assignment against Christina Allard very well. Throw-in goes to Bussey, tapped back to Allard, centering kick. Nobody there. They're going to be chasing it to the corner. Englert gets control. And it's out of bounds off of St. Paul's. Englert quickly throws it in to Alcaro. Alcaro boots it, looking for Renz. Renz trying to chase after it. She's all by herself, trying to get around the defenders, trying to gain the edge. Launches a kick well wide. That's going to go out of bounds for a goal kick. We are in stoppage time here in the second half. The clock frozen at 2 minutes even. We got a substitution coming in. That's Michelle Rubez replacing Alyssa Ruiz. And They kicked it in before the substitution was completed, so now they got to do it again. Connolly now winding up. Boots one high and short. Deflected. Swooping in. For a second was Barton. Alcaro had it for a second but lost her footing. Now Barton boots it high and far. Leahy trying to tap it back to Candela. Candela manages to get it away. Englert swoops in and kicks it high into the air. Bit of a deflection. Wren's trying to swoop in and take it. Couldn't get it cleanly and booted away by Hillary. Now downed and a battle at midfield, and they're going to call the penalty on Barton. Free kick for the Mustangs. Monet winding up and taps it for McNeil. McNeil dribbling with it. Pump fakes again. Dribbles towards the middle. Now decides to kick it in. Deflected by Pike. Goes back to Englert. Englert now booting one towards the box. Deflected out once again. Off the head of Barton. Being chased after by McNeil. McNeil takes it along the far side. McNeil launches a kick. Off the hands. Alcaro trying to keep it in. She keeps it in. Centering kick. Nobody there. But nobody's there for either side. And it's finally kicked away by Casey and lost out of bounds. A heart-stopping moment that one was. Connolly managed to deflect it in, and as much as Alcaro did keep that ball in bounds, couldn't center it. The throw in, and that's your final whistle. Your final score here at Dennis Field on the campus of Milton Academy in Milton, Massachusetts. The Milton Academy Mustangs won. The St. Paul's Big Red won. Both teams maintain their winning percentages after the tie. St. Paul's moves to 4-3-2, while Milton Academy moves to 2-3-1. A thrilling game this one was, to say the least. The first score of the game came at about the 35th minute in the first half. A nice floater by Alex Pike gave the visitors the lead going into the half 1-0. And for a while, it seemed like it would stay that way. It seemed like St. Paul's was really just out-muscling Milton Academy for every 50-50 ball, and Milton Academy couldn't get an opening. But that was about the point when Annie Renz decided she'd had it and was just going to take it herself. Scooped up a loose ball, dribbled through a lane between two defenders that I don't know how she got through, and used that signature speed of hers to get on a breakaway and ultimately launch a shot that deflected off of the leg of St. Paul's keeper Olivia Connolly and into the net. That tied the score, and that is where the score would remain. Plenty of nice scoring chances for the two teams, but nothing beyond that. And interesting to see that both teams scored when the other team's goalie was looking straight into the sun. As you probably noticed, the sun was on my right side, so any team that was on my left gave up a goal in that half. That is going to do it from here at Dennis Field in Milton, Massachusetts. I am Jesse Mayfield Sheehan on behalf of Milton Academy Live. It's been my privilege to bring you coverage of this Independent School League Girls Soccer Contest. Again, if you like the broadcast, be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel to stay on top of all our future broadcasts and live streams. Feel free to leave comments in the comments section. And outside of that, that's going to do it. I am Jesse Mayfield Sheehan. For the last time, your final score, Milton Academy 1, St. Paul's 1. From Dennis Field on the campus of Milton Academy, for Milton Academy Live, I'm Jesse Mayfield Sheehan, signing off. Thank you all for watching.